zombie deck with the Fauna Shaman into Loyal Retainer into Elo Storm sequence.
Yeah.
Like,
that I think is something that like maybe you want all of that in your deck, but I think that's even with a single Fauna Shaman you're able to do that because you can use green sensitive for it.
So we're able to move another match on the camera here between Belle de Kelatia and Matt Kurtin, who we featured yesterday. It's a blue-red burn against blue-white black Esper control.
Very similar deck to the one that we just saw last round or last minute.
So Kurtin's going to lead on the draw with an Inquisition against a Lavamancer. I believe Kelatia actually has a Daze in his hand, so he's probably debating about whether he wants to Daze.
He is.
In general, obviously the exact structure of your hand matters. In general, I like just to Daze there because once your opponent knows it's there, you are likely to get
a ton of value on the actual existence of that Daze once they're aware of it.
And bolting the Nugget, which seems... I'd probably rather just pass with the Lavamancer up there, but it's possible there's other factors going on. So Kurtin is going to cast his Stoneforge into the maw of a Lavamancer. I assume will not be long for this world. Going to get a Jit.
Definitely a better choice than Batter Skull in the face of your Stoneforge dying.
Yes. And this is an issue this is another subtle issue that I have with that Lightning Bolt play. It's so much more efficient for Kelatia to just pass and bolt the Lavamancer.
Chain lightning, right? It was actually just Lightning Bolt he did?
Even if it's chain, I think it's still more efficient just to pass with your Lavamancer up. Because then you have access to 2 mana this turn, as opposed to 1 mana on this turn. Because presumably you'll have an opportunity to land that Chain Lightning or Lightning Bolt or whatever at some later point in the game. The only thing that I could buy in on it is if that was the one spell in his hand that could be tagged by Inquisition and he just wants to dump it out there to hedge.
Which seems unlikely considering every spell in his deck.
Yes.
except for Fire Blast can be gotten by Inquisition.
Oh no, I'm sorry, it was a Lava Spike. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That I buy.
That makes a lot more sense.
So, Kelatia's deck is actually much closer to the style of deck that I played at the Grand Prix in Indianapolis with Daze, as opposed to like the more... He has no Force of Wills in his deck. Yes. It's a much more aggressive build. He has Daze. I didn't have anything like that, so he has a little bit more of a control element. But
you just had like Brainstorm Ponder.
I had Lavamancer and Delver.
And Goblin Guy.
No, sorry, I had Goblin Guy Delver with Lavamancer in my sideboard, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
And then just, Ponder, Brainstorm, and Nugs.
And Kurtin with a Brainstorm here. Looks like he has Fetch Land. Looks like Batter Skull's in his hand. He's got to be careful here. He's put back some Fetch Lands, and he's playing out a lot of non-basics.
Yeah, and Kelatia's deck has 4 copies of Price of Progress in it, so there's a huge risk in...
The Price of Progress has gone up. Okay, Fetch Land gives a little fuel for the Lavamancer.
He's just going to pass. What's up?
Is that an Echoing Truth in his hand? He's an Echoing Truth in his sideboard. There's a blue card in his hand that I'm fairly certain is Echoing Truth, which seems pretty peculiar to me.
So Kurtin is spinning his fetches for another non-basic, so he is now in just...
Yeah,
he is in dangerous territory as it relates to Price of Progress.
That's a lot of possible damage.
Going to Brainstorm at the end of the turn.
And finds Jace. Looks like one of those sort of look like a Disenchant.
Yep. Disenchant, perhaps
Zealous
again.
Persecution?
Yes, that is a Zealous Persecution.
So, That's a lot of non-basics.
Yep.
I would not feel safe if I were Matt Kurtin. So
We're going to Lavamancer.
To the face.
Is Kurtin going to fire off the Zealous Persecution here? Nope.
Does not look like it.
Which is pretty dangerous since he's just letting Kelatia just untap for another shot.
He's just giving him 2 more damage here. Not really sure what his plan is. If he's not killing that now, he's not casting Jace now. I don't really see what sort of reactive cards he has that he's looking to.
The only rationale is if he's trying to get another. He's trying to eat one more guy.
Well, there's a Snapcaster. I want to Snap Brainstorm.
I'm not a huge fan of this. I feel like he's just taking an extra shot from that Lavamancer there. I
think he needs to be preserving his life total much. I think he needs to be much more aware of sort of the ramifications on his life total that all these decisions are having. He's got a lot of non-basics here. There's a 5th non-basic. If Price of Progress resolves at this point, he is just dead.
Yep. Well, the bigger issue I have is just the mana inefficiency of that turn. Like, you're not going to be able to get Jit on your Snapcaster Mage because the Lavamancer's up. So taking that extra 2 points from the...
Right, yeah. You just take this damage.
Yeah, not blocking that.
That guy doesn't matter if he has a Jit.
And there's a Glacial Fortress on Kurtin's side of the board, which we alluded to as being a hedge against choke.
Is that just resolving?
Yeah, for sure.
There's no responses. I'm trying to catch a glimpse of Bell's hand. There is definitely an Echoing Truth, which
the Fate Seal is a little bit weird to pick that as the mode when Kelatia has a
low.
Well, Kelatia also has a fetch land up.
Right. It's also, I mean, if you're trying to actually encourage. I think you actually want him to burn Jace because your life total is low enough at this point. He just draw. He didn't fetch here. He didn't cast his Echoing Truth. I'm a little perplexed. He didn't fetch and use Lavamancer. Right, so
I had to assume that the disenchant in Kurtin's hand is. There was an expectation that Sulfuric Vortex would be coming out of the sideboard.
Absolutely.
Kurtin with a surprisingly bad 7-card hand.
Yeah, he's got so many cards and none of them do anything. I mean, he has a Batter Skull. Yeah, it looks like Bell is just saving his Tarn for a time when Kurtin actually puts something on the bottom. There's Jite. He passes the turn.
There's a smash to smithereens.
Ooh, smashed. That's pretty big.
Yeah, that is rough.
Kurtin, I mean, he disenchanted in response.
You might as well, right?
Yeah, it saves you some life.
Your judge is ready to get you started. Once again, $10 draft number 6. Come on over to the side events area.
I don't know when you're going to get a better spot to cast your disenchant than right now.
Yeah, disenchant.
Yep, he's going to disenchant response.
I like that. So he saves himself 3 damage there. I'm guessing we'll see Lavamancer go to the face.
Well, not necessarily. There's an argument for just protecting.
Protecting from Jite?
Yeah, just passing. And that fetch land is actually pretty interesting there.
Yeah.
Because you get to see what's on the bottom of your deck when he Fate Sealed down.
Sure.
You have some concept of what his hand actually can't handle right now.
Yeah. It's true.
So, for example, if he shifts one to the bottom and left one on top, if you know the card that got left on top and you see it's a 2, there's a very good chance that he has Spell Snare in his hand. Sure. Like you can actually accumulate a little bit of information that way.
So we're going to the face. Kurtin down to 8 life.
I cannot tell what was just drawn.
He's a Mountain, an Echoing Truth.
It's a Searing Blaze? Ugh. Ugh.
Face.
That was a good draw.
Blaze is an interesting card in this matchup. Would you have Blaze in your deck in this?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, just because of Stoneforge?
And they're going to cast a creature at some point, and the game goes on forever, like you're seeing right now, so... And this is, again, with that Zealous Persecution, Kurtin's taken 2 extra shots from this Lavamancer that could have been... Could have been avoided if he fired it off when he Snapcaster instead.
And that Snapcaster just attacked.
He Brainstorm, which is basically a cantrip because he didn't have a shuffle.
Yeah, and I mean, he could have just cast that Jace that turn too. Like, it's a little perplexing. Ooh, he's gonna Echoing Truth his Lavamancer.
This play I'm a little suspicious of, just because
I don't like this.
The Jace being live in play means that he can just start brainstorming.
Right.
Unsummoning your Lavamancer and proceeding with some other line of play.
And you open yourself up to just like a Batterskull.
Right. Whereas, if you just let that resolve, then you can basically use your Echoing Truth to give you a turn or 2 against a Batterskull.
Or the Jace Ultimate.
Right.
Oh, and he's going to Inquisition it with the Snapcaster. So.
Legacy players, that is time.
He needs a bolt here, really.
I believe he just threw another Echoing Truth.
On the Legacy round.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's a Delver. That's almost as bad as an Echoing Truth.
So I assume Kurtin here is going to unsummon and cast Batterskull and then just hope to not die.
Seems correct.
No, he's going to Fate Seal instead. Not a ton of reason to tank on this. If it's a cantrip or a
does this kill me or not?
Yeah. I do not know what would cause him to be on the fence.
A Brainstorm?
It's possible Smash the Smithereens if he has some way to play the game to not expose himself to that, but that's a corner case. I think you just want to ship, if it's Smash, I think you just want to ship it to the bottom, Batterskull, and hope that you don't die.
Yep. No. Go with Stoneforge here. See if another equipment? Another Jite maybe? Yeah.
Sure.
Did he leave it on top or go to the bottom?
I don't know. I feel like he left on top.
Well, then I'm guessing it's not a bolt.
That would be pretty sloppy.
Oh, it's a Searing Blaze.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting.
Yep. All right. That is a complicated decision, I suppose. But Kurtin can just put the Jit on the Stoneforge and attack.
Right. Yeah.
So I guess, Kelatia has to decide whether or not he wants to use his Insect Aberration to induce Jace's unsummon, or if he wants to just attack and force one of the tokens to block.
I don't really see. It's the Jit that comes down. And Kurtin does, in fact, put the Jite on the Stoneforge. Oh, whoa. I'm confused by that.
Yeah, I don't understand what that's all about.
What just happened? He was going to put it on the Stoneforge, which would have been correct. What was his reasoning there? That doesn't die. That does, though. So now Kurtin is dead to a bolt. Still?
Or Echoing Truth.
Yeah.
You unsummon the tokens and actually kill him.
I just left it on top, though. I don't understand that at all. He actually had it on the Stoneforge for a moment.
Event will begin as soon as we finalize round 4. So you have just a couple more minutes if you would like to sign up.
Looks like it's not going to matter, though.
Jace is going ultimate?
Jace is not quite ultimate, but, I mean, there's just Jit in play.
Yeah, but he still has Price of Progress as a draw.
Sure, okay, that's true. So So if he has price on top of his deck.
Well, he actually had an Aramesa, so he actually gets a draw.
That's true. Yeah, he does get a free draw. So Spirit coming in. The Delver blocks it. He kills the Delver. That leaves him potentially dead to Fire Blast.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's just on the Jace ultimate plan is where he's at.
Right, but I mean, if he doesn't kill that Delver, he has potentially 2 more life to work with, and he doesn't have to worry about Fire Blast. I put it on top. So Bell should shuffle his Arid Mesa and hope to draw Blast or Price of Progress.
Does he have any other draws?
I think that's it. I mean, he has Brainstorm for redraws. But he needs to do 4 damage. And yep, Saxon Mesa. Here we go.
Drum roll, please.
Shuffle this up. A little too early for the drum roll. They're still shuffling. Come on, this is Legacy.
Sure.
This is Legacy. They're shuffling to be done. We're apparently in extra turns.
But
there will not be many that are needed. This is either Kurtin is dead or Kelatia is getting Jace ultimated with no cards.
Right.
So he's
because he hasn't used the Jit counter, Kurtin could also die to sudden shock now. Unfortunately, not to be found in Kelatia's deck list, but that would be a sweet ending.
That would be kind of entertaining. And let's see it.
Come on!
Flip it over. That's not.
Is that a Snapcaster? That's a bummer.
Oh, she says go. That could have been so much more dramatic.
Well, the Brainstorm's obviously maximum drama.
Yeah. We really want to draw a Brainstorm there, and really want the third card, the first 2 to be bricks. That's what we want to have happen. So we get the maximum sweat.
Kurtin has drawn a Thoughtseize, which is pretty sweet. Can see what's going on if he's curious.
Thoughtseize is in his deck at this point?
I actually think Thoughtseize is fine in this match. Yeah, I think it's okay.
Sure, okay.
It's obviously not good here, but...
The card that I'm most confused about seeing is Echoing Truth. Like, I guess he wants to kill some Lingering Souls tokens. Maybe bounce, like, Germ or something, but I don't know. Oh, he gets ultimated.
So does that RFG a deck or mill it over?
It removes it from the game, I believe.
Yeah, it's a big difference because...
Yeah, for the Snapcaster. So, that card couldn't kill him last turn, so I doubt it'll kill him this turn. I don't know if they're like, this is like turn 5 or something. Oh, looks like we're on turn 3. So...
Come on, Sudden Shock. Just the sweetest slow roll of all time.
There's 3 counters on that Jit.
We are in turns also, so it's possible that...
Well, I believe we're in turn 3, is what we
so
just
Kelatia could theoretically play for the draw?
No.
Oh, no, not anymore. Yeah, not anymore.
So he'll die during his upkeep, or during his draw step.
So we Sorin Forge in a Batter Skull at the end of the turn.
Alright, and he's just got lethal.
Yeah, another Jace drawn by Kurtin. And that's actually a card I'm not a huge fan of in this matchup.
Which card?
Jace, the Mind Sculptor.
Sure, yeah.
I like having a few, but Kurtin has a ton.
Alright, and Kelatia is playing Snapcaster to Echoing Truth the tokens. Okay. So he's still just going to die to decking during his upkeep.
Yep.
And there it is.
There it is.
So Matt Kurtin wins the match, 2-1 via Jace Ultimate,
which actually maybe it's possible that the line that he was taking, trying so hard to get Jace online, was